Right, hi everyone, welcome back to another video and to my channel. It's been a while since I've put anything up onto YouTube. I took a long break. I've been streaming a bit and doing some live things, but now it's time for me to get back on this thing. So the release of Microsoft Flight Simulator came around and I thought, there's something that I can probably get my teeth into. However, I didn't want to do it when the mega hype was going on with this game. So now we're a couple of weeks into the release and everything's calmed down a bit, and every single person in the universe is no longer making videos about it, streaming it or whatever. I feel like I can play it. So I have very little flying experience. I've done maybe 2 hours flight time between this and Explain 11. I've done kind of the basic lessons and things. I was going to do some videos on the flight sim lessons, but frankly I didn't really feel like doing it. You know, those are kind of things that you can do yourselves and enjoy that way. What I wanted to do initially was, using the knowledge that I've gained from those lessons and watching some other videos on YouTube, I highly recommend Squirrel's lessons that he's putting out. I thought we'd do the activities, so not the landing challenges but the bush trips. These seem like a really great way to gain a bit of experience with flying and navigation and those kinds of things before we go off and start planning our own adventures in the game. So we're going to be jumping into the bush trips. I'm going to be trying to complete, we've got 3 of them at the moment. I'm going to try and do all of them. And hopefully once we've done all 3 of them, we'll have a fair amount of flight experience so we can get on to doing some other crazy trips. So this one here in Nevada has 25 legs. So you see, these aren't going to be short things, but the good thing about it is you can do them in hops. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. We can do 25 different journeys on this one. You don't have to do all 25 legs in one go. I mean, that would take many hours. So we got that one. We have, so that's Breckenridge to Mariposa in Yosemite. I don't know any of these places. We got here in Patagonia, Los Cerros to Cochrane. Don't know if that's how you pronounce it. This one has 14 legs. These seem to be quite short, apart from this one. Oh, there's a 1 hour 18-minute one there. Excellent. And look, you can also see that you get a few kind of snippets of some of the scenery that you see along the way, which I think is nice. That's a pretty one here. Ooh. And then we also have Rijeka to Santorini in the Balkans. And this one is a 16-leg journey. Longest one there looked like 56 minutes, I think it was. 56 minutes just there. So, and this one's in a Cessna 172 as well, which is nice because Cessna 172 has autopilot, whereas I don't think the other 2 will. So yeah, I don't really know which one to start with. Right, so the bush trip that I've decided to start on is in the Cessna 172. We have here Rijeka, Kirk Island to Santorini, sorry. So it's a journey to discover the vast open beauty of the Balkans, a sprawling multinational region rich with old world charm and even older world mythology. Explore glittering coastlines and evergreen forests, rugged hinterlands and rolling hills, sand-strewn beaches and crystal blue seas. This is the unparalleled splendor of Southeast Europe on full display for you to behold. You'll be flying a Cessna 172 Skyhawk with a cruising speed of 124 knots. It is the ideal bush plane for sightseeing around the world. Assistance on the trip will be available in the form of a back on track button on the VFR map. However, be advised that using this will disable achievements tied to this activity, so we will attempt not to use that. So, first leg of this journey is 44.05 nautical miles, approximately a 21-minute flight. Let's see how we get on. So all told, whole thing will be 7 hours and 52 minutes. Definitely a little bit too long for one video. So yeah, well, this will be split up into 16 videos probably. Now the Cessna 172 Skyhawk does have an autopilot feature, but because I am a new pilot and because I don't understand how to use autopilot properly yet, I'm going to try not to use it for the first few legs of the journey. We're also not going to be doing any cold starts for the first few legs because this is just about me learning to fly, getting some hours of experience under my belt, and becoming a bit more confident with my flying, especially my landings. Also, seeing some sights. I think we're ready to go. So, there we go. Close the map down, don't need that for the minute. Let's have a quick read of this. So our first heading is 134 degrees. Why is there a caution flashing at me? Don't know what that is. Welcome to the Balkans. Your tour begins in Croatia, the land of 1,000 islands. You depart from Rijeka airport and head southeast towards the... Why isn't this not bigger? There we go. Towards the coastline of Vinodolski Canal. In the distance, look for a nearly landlocked small bay, Zaliev Zolin. Then head past it to the hook-like bay and small coastal town of Silo. Carry on travelling south down the coastline. Follow the heading towards a gap between two large hills, some miles in the distance. Track along with State Road D102, heading southeast. After a short distance, it will bring you to the resort settlement of Basaka, a cultural and historical centre situated on the bay Baskanska Draga. Sorry for my pronunciations here. From the bay, follow the rocky shoreline southeast. When you reach the shore's end, make your way across the waters of Velebeditsky Canal, gaining altitude as you go. Soon you arrive at Senji, a small bayside town on the upper Adriatic coast in the foothills of the Malakepla and Velebit mountains. As you pass over Senji, look for State Road D23, carving a path up a slope in the cliffside. Let it lead you into Sinjeska Draga, a deep green valley enclosed by the ridges of Velika Kapela and Velebit. Blimey. After following D23 for a stretch, look for a major highway interchange for the A1 motorway at Zuta Lokova. Head southeast from the interchange as the A1 motorway tunnels through the hills and eventually leads you to the Agaka River. Just east of the river, on the perimeter of Karstfield, lies the town of... I ain't going to even try and pronounce that. Running southeast out of... Not going to try and pronounce that. Look for State Road D50 to lead you past dense patches of forest towards a grass airstrip on the eastern side. This is... Zrakana Luka Otocac. Yep, nope. The first stop on your Balkan journey. That's a lot of instructions, isn't it? So, before we do that, I'm going to have a look on the map, because... Yeah. What was the airport we needed to go for in the end? It's LDRO. So if we make this a bit bigger, a second. So basically here we're going to just fly towards the coastline, follow it down. What's this? LDRO. LDRO. Here. Is that a thingy-bob? So right, we head down, we fly along here, head inland a bit, and then over there. Follow this road. Right, so basically we take off to a heading of 134 and then we're going to go to 173. Right. Now what is this caution flashing at me down here? Reset the... Okay, so we're all good there. We're going to be going 134. I'm just going to change that. It's my heading of 134. Just so I know where I'm going. Right. Take it off. So where's... Move this a sec. Where are my flaps at? Where are flaps in here? There we are. No flaps. Let me go and take off. Just my trim for takeoff here. There. We started, we're running. Put my yokes back on. Right, let's take off, innit? So there's the handbrake off and full power. Oh, parking brake was already off. What's the takeoff speed on this one, I wonder? We'll just hit for like 55, 60 knots. There we go. Hey, 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 we're up. We're flying. Right. We're gonna try and ascend about 75 knots, something like that. Trim up. Trim up. Trim up a little bit more. So get on our heading of 134. I think we're going to go to about 2,000 feet, something like that. Need to get rid of those alert messages. So if we go back to our map, right, so we want to be heading, yeah, along to this thing. Way wrong heading there. Still climbing nicely. We've got bushes and stuff over there. Nice. So forgive my my flying. I'm still very, very new to flying here. It might be a little bit jerky and all over the place. So around about here we want to be heading 173. Let's turn to 173. Wait. This doesn't make much sense to me. We're going way too far. What? What's going on here? My bad, my bad, my bad. Oh no, I see, I see. Oh, I get you. I should have stayed flying over that quite a ways. Why'd I do it like that? Oh, I'm making a right pig's ear of this. Get back onto 134. We climbed way too much because I was too busy faffing with the maps. Let's level off. Bring the cruising speed down to about 2200. And stay about level. Bypass the hook-like bay and small coastal town of Silo. Carry on travelling south down the coastline, following the heading towards a gap between two large hills some miles in the distance. I think round about here is where we want to go, 173. Fly all the way to the end and then go back onto... Now we want to go 173. Follow us down the coastline. There we go. Right. Concentrate on flying now. Let's level off. Try to level off. We'll stick it 2,800 feet. Try to anyway. Look at that lovely pretty lake out there. There we go, look. Oh, it's pretty. Back in the plane. Oh, we're going way off course. We're going heading 173. So let's just slowly turn that way. Is that a little town we wanted us to go over, I think? Trying not to fiddle with the controls too much, but I'm just trying to get the hang of the trim, using the trim properly to keep the plane looking, keep the attitude of the plane right. Which is tricky, but it's a skill I need to learn, so I'm going to keep at it. Like, very minor adjustments. We should be cruising it around about 114 knots, I think it's what the cruising speed of this was. The current RPM is around what, 2320. Put a little less in here. Oh no, less, sorry. 2200-ish. I don't think we should be flying this far inland. Maybe we'll turn down. Oh yeah, no, because we had to fly between these hills, didn't we? That was it. That's what it says here on the map. Yeah, down through the hills. I remembered something. I turned before the heading turned. We're losing altitude again. Let's try and stick around 2000. A lovely flight. beautiful hills here. Nice coastline a lot out there. Very, very nice. Getting the hang of this trim business is tricky. But this builds up. I love the detail of that. That's so cool. Thank you, modern technology. Thank you for this. Our attitude's way up. So when we come out of here, in the distance, look for a land. Is this where we're at now? No, wait. We're actually here, aren't we? No, we're not. We're here. Follow the thing towards the gap between large hills, some miles in the distance. Track along with State Road D102. Heading southeast. After a short distance, it will bring you to the resort settlement of Pasaka, a cultural and historical centre situated on the bay Vaskanzaka Draga. Yeah. Definitely not how you pronounce that. So if we look on the map, we should start turning now. I need to follow the POI line, don't I? And about this way. It looks like we're going to need to gain some height, doesn't it? So I'm going to, sorry about that, power up. I'm going to head back up to about just keep climbing for a bit. Full power it in. Climb at about 80 knots. We can. And we should be turning to 071 heading. And climbing at the same time. I'm all over the shop here, sorry about this. Right. I'm gonna go up to 4,000 maybe. I think it flaps in, don't it? No. The thing about doing this is that in the future, once I've got a bit more experience under my belt with flying and things, I look back on these fondly and go, oh my god, what was I thinking? What was I doing? How was my flying that terrible? They're at 3,500 feet. Keep going up to 4,000. Just so we're definitely clear of any obstacles. course here, but that's fine. We're going to get lost. We've got our navigation. $37.70. This is supposed to be a 14-minute flight, wasn't it? Something like that. Goodness knows how long we've been going. I imagine it's been longer than 14 minutes, maybe. Alright. We're at 4,000 feet. Let's level it off. We're going to power back to 2200-ish. And then we are going to trim up. And keep ourselves level. That looks very nice. Just creeping up a touch. That's a beautiful horizon. It really is. I'm loving that. Over that lake. Is that a lake or is that a river? It's a river, right? Can I see out the window as well? Let's get. There we go. Ooh. Very pretty. We're kind of off track still, but just a tiny bit of angle back to 71. Nope, now we need to go to 99. Let's get my glasses. I'm going to do a shallow turn. Need to do the full 30 degrees, we're in no hurry. There we go. Now we've got that lovely bit of land. Ooh, climbing. We managed to go up to 4,200 feet somehow. This shouldn't be climbing, we should be trimmed. That bit. There we go. Trimmed down. Lovely. Still climbing. So whereabouts are we? So we're on, I think 104. 99. Oh no, we should be on 99. Jeez. We pass if it's injured, for State Road D23, carving a path up a slope on the cliffside. Did it lead you into Sinjiska Draga, a deep green valley, enclosed by the ridges of Velika Kapela and the Velibit? So I'm guessing this is the road we've just passed over somewhere. A bit, please. That's the road there, isn't it? To our left. Really far off course here, so let's just turn back to 109. And we are descending for some reason. I'm not paying attention, that's why. Trim. Back on heading 99. Nine-ish. So we should be at 9.6 now, which is for following D23 for searching for a major highway interchange for the A1 motorway at Zuta Lukova. Can we see a major motorway interchange? Here? Hard to see. We should be going to 96. That looks like the interchange there, right up ahead. It's southeast from the interchange as the A1 motorway tunnels to the hill and eventually leads you to Gacko River, just east of the river on the perimeter of Karst Fields. There we go. Look, there's the interchange on our coming up on our right, and we're going to be going for that, I guess. Sorry if you can hear my dog barking. Must be something outside. Here we go, yeah. We're heading towards that river. There we go, there's that river. That's probably the first VFR bit of this flight I've done VFR. Hey, this is my first proper solo flight. Especially my first proper solo VFR flight. I guess that's the road there on the left. There's the one that goes up through the mountains. I feel very close. There you go, there's that major highway down there. We are descending for some reason. So once we've hit, well, what happens after we've hit this bit? Oh, now we're heading for the airport. We're heading southeast out of Otocac. Look for State Road D50 to lead you past dense patches of forest towards a grass airstrip on the eastern side. This is Zrakna Luka Otocac, the first stop on your Balkan journey. Let's have a quick look on the map. We're looking for LDRO. Like snow out there. It keeps resetting my view. Quite annoying. So you need to look out for the airstrip. Can you see an airstrip anywhere? I don't see an airstrip anywhere. Alright, so it will turn us to heading 114 when we need to find the airstrip, so we've got a way to go. Just got to keep an eye out for that 114. Probably means then, if we're going 114, that it is off to our left. Yeah, we're so slightly off to the left. It does look like snow, right? don't understand why my view is reset like this. It's too close. I usually have it set back here. I have to look into why that's doing that. Well, so far this has been a fairly successful journey. The thing we've got to do now is land this blinking thing without dying. So, yeah, you have to wish me luck for that. I don't know if we're too high for this. Probably are. Sorry, hit the microphone again. So, yeah. Where's the map gone? But basically, it looks like we're just following that road. The airport should be coming up fairly soon. The airstrip. Oh, there we go, look. Going to 114. Can we see it in the distance yet? For the life of me, I cannot see it. We should probably not do that. Oh, there we go. It's just popped up onto my nav on the right. We should stop. We're currently climbing, which is what we don't want to be doing. Actually, probably want to slow down. So let's start descending at around about 500 feet per second. Can we see the airport yet? The runway? Aha, I see. Right. So yeah, it's come down about 500 feet per second and drop down to around about 1800 RPM. Oh, we're dropping way faster. I've lost the airport, the airstrip. I see. Probably losing too much altitude. Is the flaps in? Wait, what? Have I overshot this thing? Oh my goodness, right. We're gonna go back up. Where is it? Ah! Aha! Right. Missed it totally, so... I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna fly back past it. And then we're going to have another go. Not bad. That's the good thing. You can fly past rather than make a dodgy landing. I was looking at a road. That's what I was doing. I wasn't totally fudged on the fact that it's a grass runway. So... probably realign about... oh, where are we at? There we go. Get onto the right heading. So it's on our right here. Sorry about the camera work. Oh, it really blends in. You can see it there on our right. Okay. So I'm going to fly quite far past it. Don't want to gain any more height. So let's drop us down to 2100-ish.
500.
We're going to fly up to where that branch on that river is there on the right. And then we'll rejoin the 114 heading. 140, sorry. And then we'll try again. If you screw up on your landing like that, don't just try and drop it. Just take a loop. Go around and try again. So here we go, we're gonna turn now, 30 degrees. A bit over 30 degrees there. Let's get nicely lined up with it. That's it over there. I'm just gonna take a wider shot. Yeah, I've got it now. It's just right of my compass there. I'm going to throttle down to 1800. Yeah. Put some flaps in because we are coming in a bit fast. Actually drop us into...
$500.
Another bit of flaps here. Might be a bit high actually. Let's just take some of that speed off. Last bit of flaps. Oh, actually we're a bit high. Maybe we'll be alright. Oh, I hope I get this right. Probably come in a bit high up there. Yeah. Let it fall out the sky. Okay. So now we need to gently brake. Pull back. Not too much on the brakes. If you brake too much, flips over forwards. Did we die? We didn't die! We did it! We did it! Woo! That was awesome. I can't believe it. That's the first ever proper solo VFR bush trip that I've ever done. You guys did it with me, which is amazing. I'm smiling like a grinning idiot right now. I'm well happy with that. So we did it in 38 minutes, which is wonderful. Click on next, see what happens. Ah, no fanfare, no nothing. But here we are, here's my logbook as well. So now, all told, I've done 2 hours, 44 minutes of flying, all in the daytime. I've done 16 takeoffs and 9 landings, which is pretty cool. 1 in the Cessna. So my total time in the Cessna 172 Skyhawk is 33 minutes, 32 seconds. Excellent. So there we go, guys. That was my first ever solo VFR flight. The first leg of our first journey together. Thank you so much for coming along with me on that little trip. come back in for the next video where we will be doing the next leg, which is here, the Zemunik. It's only 5.16 nautical miles, so it sounds like quite a short one. I'm not sure how many nautical miles that last one was. But I really enjoyed that. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified when we go live with this next leg. And of course, as always, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.